Welcome to the Young
Echo
Podcast.
with your hosts, PJ and PG. All right. We did it. We're back again.
We're back again in March.
The Young Echo Podcast, the March episode, 2026.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 3 months into March.
How you been doing? How's your month been?
3 months into March. That's what
3 months into March.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Okay.
That's just how long March is for me. No.
How has March been so far
Been
for you?
amazing. Well, March is we're to 11 days in. It's been good.
Yeah.
We're coming off of Young Adult Life Retreat, which was in February, but it was still that was an awesome experience.
And coming off of Regenerate, we just had this past weekend as well.
It wasn't Young Adult Connect. It was Connect for ACF. That's what it was. That's the retreat. That's how good it was. I forgot the title of it. But yeah, anyways. And then we had Regenerate. Lots of kids there.
Yeah.
Lots of young people.
We had about 900 attendees.
Wow. Yeah, it was amazing.
They're in Cartersville, so it was good. It was good. It was a busy time for us, and now we are kind of moving into our next season of getting stuff done. But I guess the next thing is just how you've been doing. What have you been up to?
Well, I was thinking as you were saying that what I'm going to be up to in April is visiting all the campuses that we have ACF at. So our again, ACF, Adventist Christian Fellowship, is our public campus ministry, and I'll be visiting them in the month of April, and also doing a senior class trip with my daughter and band trip. So I'll be busy.
Wow,
so,
look at that. So some professional and professional family.
Yes.
Because some of that's with the school, right?
Yeah. It's with the school, both of those. Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I'm just, from now on, I'm all about camp. From here till camp, I'm all about camp.
By the way, he was all about camp too. So it's
yes. I mean, I've been all about, but there's nothing else in my purview until the summer. That it's just, I am also kind of in charge of the youth Sabbath school, but I have two wonderful leaders who help in youth and early teens, so they kind of take the majority of that. But most of the planning for that event's already done. Most of the planning, so now it's just waiting to get there.
Of your yearly, this is a question I had right now. Just came off the top. Yeah.
Yes.
Just, of your yearly hours, what percent is that summer camp or summer camp related?
70.
70%?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say 70. And I would say in the off season, which is anything not summer camp. Yeah. And I'll tell you why it's the off season. It's still like 50 to 60% of my work still kind of goes around summer
hiring
camp.
Or planning or
so starting January, it's all summer camp. Hiring takes a couple months of recruiting, going to different schools, finding people. And we're towards the end of that. We're looking for our last few people to work at summer camp. We need about a handful more of workers, but we got the majority hired. We're doing great there. Nice. But here's why it really takes the bulk. So in the summer, if you've worked at summer camp or even been at summer camp, it's basically 24/7.
It's 120% of your hours.
Yes. It's how many hours you work in the week? I say all of them.
All of them.
Yes. How many hours you work a week? All of them.
Yes,
I work all of them. So when I'm done with summer camp, for the next few weeks, people are like, hey, do you take a vacation right after summer camp? I was like, no, I try not to. This year we are, but I try not to because a regular 40 to 50 hour work week feels like vacation after summer camp.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like at a normal office, it's so much less stressful and people aren't coming to you. Get to go home at 5. You're like, what? I get to go home? Right?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I do want to mention one thing too. There's no segue to this.
What's coming up?
Yeah, coming up for young adults.
In
Marietta.
Yeah,
on April 25. Okay. So a little more than a month away.
So this isn't necessarily an event you put on, but the church is putting on
Church
that we're promoting for them.
Inviting the entire conference,
nice.
Young adult age. So anybody, it's about dating, relationships, marriage, how to navigate all that. And there's a book we're going over there. I'll be there and probably leading a small group or something.
Nice.
I don't know. They're going to tell me. So I'll be like, sure.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think it'll be really good at Marietta April 25. So I'd love to see you there. And if you want more info on our website or subscribe to our newsletter, the Young Adult newsletter, you'll get that.
And we want you to remember the end of May is camp meeting.
Yep.
So the dates on that
May 26th through 30, and we have young adults, which is post-collegiate and collegiate and youth and early teen. We have
all ages, which leads me. We're going to do this right now. We're going to introduce our special guest this week.
Yes.
You know, we try to have a special guest every week. This week, sitting to my left, which none of you really can see, I'm going to let her introduce herself. Hey, guest, who are you?
Hello.
Oh, hey.
I am Chloe Bastien. I go to Atlanta North Church right here in the Georgia Cumberland Conference.
which is where we are today.
This is where we're recording. We came to visit her.
Yeah.
How nice.
Yeah.
But I am in 12th grade.
Nice.
And my free time, I golf, I read.
You golf,
You
really?
golf, wow.
I do.
Wow.
Yes. I'm actually missing a match right now for this. So
Are you serious? Wow.
Yes.
We're honored.
We are honored,
This
yes.
And I'm
Thanks for
sorry,
honoring
we
me.
could have moved it.
No. I'd rather do this.
Wow. Chloe,
I would rather do this too than golf.
I would rather do this in
Oh
golf
my
too.
God, so
I'm
we're all
terrible at
agreeing.
golf.
I always say I golf about once a year and I need to cut back. I need to go less.
Oh my goodness.
I golfed once a year for about 2 years, and then I quit because it was terrible.
Yeah.
I tell people I don't like to pay money to be bad at something, which
Yeah.
is what golf is to me. Now,
Yes.
obviously, you play
It is a
you
lot of money.
play quite a bit, so you must be decent.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, I made the varsity team.
That's awesome.
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
But I still struggle. I have a lot of struggle days. Some good shots out there sometimes, but most times they aren't. And
So, what's your?
I'm just
I don't
looking
even
for-
know what this means, but what's your handicap?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Like that's
That's how good she is.
That's how
I
good
don't
she is.
pay
That's
attention
how
to
good
I
she
don't
is.
even know. No, I'm definitely on the higher end for any listeners who like know what handicap is. I'm definitely probably in the 40s with how high I am, but I know you guys don't really know what that means.
I don't know. I don't know what it means. You would still destroy me if we
40
played.
per hole, right? 40.
Yeah, isn't that isn't that how it goes? You get 40 shots per hole.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally. Oh my goodness. But no, I just love being outside and definitely it's getting warmer here in Georgia. So being in the sun. And yeah, honestly, that's, I know I'm segueing in a weird way, but that's what makes Kahada so awesome.
Oh,
is
she's jumping straight into it. I like
the
that.
He didn't pay her. He didn't pay her.
I did not. So
That's why you love Kahada so much because you're
Yeah.
outside. You're
Yes,
yeah.
it's just-
Love it.
So we're gonna do something we do with all of our guests. We ask them a random question. I usually have a box here that they pick out of, but I didn't bring the box with me. So I'm gonna ask you to pick a number between 1 and 30.
What's a big range? I'm going to pick 27 because that's my birthday.
Is it 27th of what?
August.
August. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
All right. If you could go back in time, interesting,
Okay.
and change one thing in history, what would it be?
That is the biggest question ever.
That's a huge question. That's usually they're not this big, but you picked a big one.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like I can't go too far back because then butterfly effect, I feel like you'll ruin everything. So I should probably keep it closer to my timeline. Maybe I can change anything. I am thinking too hard about this. You said change anything. Is it something I can physically change or just I could think about it? Okay, I want this to change.
I don't know. It just
No,
says
I
if you
would-
could change one thing in history.
I have one when you're done, but I want to hear your answer. It's a quick. It was a silly one, but
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
I would probably. Okay, this is a little bit throwing shade.
Okay.
But I would go back and let's see, I'd go back 15 years ago, okay? Which is what are we, 2026? So 20,
11?
2010,
Okay,
2011,
okay.
2011, yeah.
Okay.
That area of time. And I would make sure that I am fluent in French because my
Oh.
whole family's fluent in French.
Oh.
Everybody. But my parents stopped talking to French to me. So I don't
So
know
you'd
the
make them
language.
speak French since you were a kid.
Exactly. French and Haitian Creole because everybody's fluent in both and I'm fluent in neither.
That's really cool.
So then I would be now back 17 years old and I would know 3 languages. I'd be trilingual and life would be a little easier because I could understand most of my family.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Mine's maybe not that nice, but I would go back to 2010. So we the same
2010.
time, and I just put $1,000 in Bitcoin. Just put
Oh,
just
look at that.
That's yeah.
you
that's
knew,
very
yeah,
smart.
yeah. if you knew.
and write a note or something. Keep all of it. Don't sell when it
Don't
goes. Don't sell.
Don't
it.
sell.
Don't
Don't sell.
Till
Do
now.
not
And then
give
sell
up.
today.
It's something.
You
even though
you
it's
can
so
mark a
low.
date.
Billions of dollars if you bought a
Yeah.
it'd be so much.
So rich.
I have
and everyone's regretting it.
I have often thought about going back, like going to the 80s and telling like my dad,
Microsoft or
Walmart, Microsoft, Disney, any of these, all of
please.
them.
and then the butterfly effect,
Apple.
nothing happens.
Right.
That would be weird because how would that change
Right.
our
Yeah.
current life if you had
How
that
would
much?
it- To think.
And that's why, well, we can go spiritual with this. That's why I do think things like that can, I've always heard money as a magnifier. Like there's things, if I was wealthy at 18, I look back at my life now, I was like, dude, I could, but at 18, if you ask me, I could handle it. I can handle being wealthy.
Yeah.
So what am I not knowing now about myself that maybe I can't handle that? Because I know for sure at 18, I couldn't have. And so in 20 years, I'm going to look back, I was like, at my age now, I couldn't have handled it. So I think there's a blessing, like God knows what it would magnify. And I'm not saying it's evil. I'm not saying having money is evil. I say it can magnify some of your faults and some of the things. And they have the study about lottery winners that all of a sudden come into a bunch of money. It can ruin them. It doesn't always. It can ruin them. And so
I think it has the majority of the time.
Yeah, I think a
ruined them.
majority of the time when it's fast and easy money, it can ruin you.
Yes.
And so I would want to make sure that, would I be the same person if all of a sudden I had money from age 18 till now? Would I be the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Interesting.
if I had a yacht for if I had 2 yachts, like some people have a yacht for their toys and a yacht they travel on. Not calling anybody out or anything.
Yeah, no. You see, I don't even know if I had that much money, if I would. Like I personally, I don't think I would want to buy it. Of course, I don't have that money, so when it's easy for me to say now.
You could visit. You could rent one anytime you want.
Exactly. I would just rent it and not have the pain of having it around. And anyways, that's whatever. Cool. Well, all right. That's a good get to know you question. All right. So you're here because we like to echo what's happening in our conference, right?
Yeah,
what's happening in our what happens, and you were a part of something that's very near and dear to my heart, which did happen at Cohutta Springs Youth Camp. By the way, we're having Cohutta Springs Youth Camp. If you want your kid or if you're young enough to register for camp, please register for camp now.
Or you still need some workers too.
We still need a couple workers. So hey, if you're interested in working, we don't have a ton of jobs, but reach out if you're interested, and we'll let you know what we got.
It's the best mission trip.
It is. It's a whole summer-long mission trip.
I love mission trips, but that's also an amazing mission trip.
Yep. I call it a mission trip. Yep. So you went, what I really want to take a closer look at, though, is this summer you went for DiscipleTrek.
Yes.
So first off, why don't you tell us what is DiscipleTrek?
Okay. So DiscipleTrek is a 3-week long kind of focus on God, where like your schedules are made so that you just keep learning and learning more about the Lord and the Word and about your relationship with Him and how that affects your relationship with others. So it's kind of like the pinnacle of camp of all like the types of camps to me, because it not only combines like really learning about God, which happens at camp, like connecting with God, but this one on like a really big level. It also connects having fun, doing activities, and kind of forming bonds with people because you're there for 3 weeks. So you really like make lifelong friends there. And then not only that, but you also do so many activities, like all the camp activities you do, as opposed to when the 1 week, like you try to fit all those in your allotted activity time, but there's no way you could possibly do all of them. Yeah. But when you're in DiscipleTrek, you have the time, so you can do all of them. And we even do stuff like outside the campgrounds. Like we went on a hike, saw this beautiful waterfall and swimming hole, and like so many fun things that in a regular like 1 week camp space is just not possible. So it's just like really DiscipleTrek is just the most impactful weeks of my like life, really, looking at it from a grand perspective, because everything was perfect. I had the right people around me. I was learning all the right stuff. The pacing was great. And I just had so much fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we do it for 3 weeks, as she said, and each week is kind of a new block of teaching, and we have a new teacher every week, right?
Yes.
So
exactly.
every week there was a new pastor coming in and doing the classes. So you get a little bit of a different perspective.
Yeah, very beneficial.
And it kind of stacks on each other, Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I love the two things you said: spend time with God and spend time in nature. And I think that's in our society in daily lives, we don't do enough of both of those.
That's exactly.
And they're both. I always people say the second book is nature, and I always say God made nature first. So better before the Bible. So it's his first book.
Exactly.
So it's like we need to be in that and in his word. I love that. That's what you get to do at DiscipleTrek.
Yes, it's so true.
Yeah.
And the change of teachers each week was really beneficial because I got to see how 3 different people taught the Bible, and they all had their very like own ways. And it was just so beneficial to see, like, first we had this like really young, like, I would call him young pastor.
He was young, yes.
yes.
Compared to us, very young.
Who is it?
Andrew Corp.
Oh, yes. Very young.
Yeah. He always, so we've had the same teachers for the past couple years, and they are all returning again. So it will be the same lineup.
Nice.
Okay,
Andrew Corp usually does the first week. Yeah.
Yes. So, like this young, like really excited, like he was jumping around the room, all these things. Then we had our second pastor who was like way older and, sorry.
Yeah, I
like,
hope he's listening. Hey, Roger, are you listening? Way older.
Way older, so
I'm actually going to tell him to listen to this. I love it.
No.
He's older than us.
Okay.
So he is way older because we're pretty old.
I mean,
If he's older than us.
Spirit to me. Exactly. Thank you. But he's older, has all this experience, all this life knowledge. And although he's like really fun too, but like in his own way. And then you have our third pastor who is like kind of like in between on the like age spectrum. But
He's a tiny bit younger than us.
right.
Is Keith Bowman?
Keith Bowman.
Yeah.
He's a couple years younger than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right in
just
between.
Just to be clear, I'm a couple years younger than you.
Well,
he's a couple years younger than me.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that's
It's
debatable.
True story. True story.
But with Pastor Keith, he was just so like, he was like the relaxed pastor, and he just had so much like so much extra tidbits about like the Hebrew and like Aramaic and all like these things that add into the context of the whole thing. So it was just all so different in the teaching, and I'm so glad I got to experience all 3. Of course, like I have a favorite, but like
we won't say that on.
We won't say it on air.
Yeah,
they might be
it'll
listening.
be hush hush.
Yeah. Hush, hush. You tell me afterwards.
If you're listening, you're one of the top 3.
You are
You're top
yes,
3.
top 3.
It's you, yes.
So we do this from the ages of 15 to 18. That's the ages for this camp, because we do want them to be a little older. We get deep into the word, as she said, and so what we do is we actually do go over the fundamental beliefs of the Seventh Adventist Church. But our goal, and I'm curious as to how you feel like that went. Our goal is basically to teach them in a manner that's useful. It's not just information. So here's what we believe. Here's how it affects your life. Here's what to do with it. Another thing that I like them to do is challenge them to be a part of their local church context after they leave. I don't know if you know this, but we actually contact youth pastors, and chaplains and say, hey, they've been through this.
Oh, wow.
Please touch base with them. Make sure that they're not that they're being used in their local church.
The discipling is continuing. Not only just that somebody's discipling you, but that you now can disciple others.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could before. I'm not, but like that continues is what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what would this be like? How do you think, or what are some ways that you think DiscipleTrek affected you past DiscipleTrek? Like now, how is it affecting your daily when you got back to the church or home?
Yes.
Like, what are some ways that you felt influenced?
Well, there were many applications of DiscipleTrek when I came back, actually. Some micro ones that I didn't even notice. But some things on a macro scale was I was just so much more confident in my faith. Whenever people had questions for me about what do you believe, I don't go to a Seventh-day Adventist school, so I have very few Adventists around me in my school day. And people have questions like, why are you missing this thing on Saturday? Why are you not eating this? Why are you like the way you are? And I can now answer them with even like in the biblical context. And I was gifted those tools from DiscipleTrek. Another way is I just felt more on fire to go be a disciple. I didn't realize really before DiscipleTrek that I was a disciple. I'm like, oh, that's like something in the past. It's like an Ellen White thing. Like, I'm no Ellen White. But then I realized like, oh, God like put me here for a reason, and he puts me in situations for a reason, and I just have to try to be like Jesus in every situation.
Mhm.
So it really put me on fire, and I started trying to help out more in church,
Mhm.
trying like just being more open about my faith, like this is what I am, and just being honest with people, like I am the way I am because of my relationship with God and nothing else. Type of thing.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. That's one of the things we really want, is to empower you to be able to share that faith
Yes.
in practical ways. And so giving you those tools, I'm glad to hear that, because that speaks to my heart. I will say that DiscipleTrek is definitely near and dear to my heart because of what it is. I mean, and here's something great that I always often hear about, just camp in general, right? To us, DiscipleTrek is kind of the pinnacle where, if you want to take it to the next step with Jesus, come to this camp.
Right.
Because every week we do call people to a relationship with Jesus, right? It's not as intense because we're not like doing those intense Bible studies, but we have worship morning and evening.
Right.
We have worship in the cabins. We do skits. We do the Jesus play every Friday night, and then have decision cards. And you've been a part of regular camps too.
Yes, I have.
And so I'm guessing, those have an impact as well. But DiscipleTrek is kind of that pinnacle, that next step. And so, yeah, I started somewhere, and then I don't even know if I got there.
It's just amazing.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
It's just, so you said it's helped you make like friends as well. I mean, have you stayed in connection with the other DiscipleTrek campers?
I have. I went to DiscipleTrek with a really good long-term friend, Claire Beckworth, if she's listening. But
Tell her to listen.
I will. But so I already had that connection. But when I went, you're with these girls and guys for a long time, and something that DiscipleTrek is like different than regular camp is like the genders are combined. So that kind of like, instead of just having possibility of 9 new friends, you have now a possibility of like double that because like the guys are combined with you. And
not at night though.
Not at night. No. Not in the living quarters.
Yeah.
Just in their activities.
I just wanted to clarify
study.
Yes. Do not worry, parents. We are separated. But it was just like, nowadays we have like a big group chat, a big WhatsApp group chat, so everyone can be a part of it.
Nice.
And sometimes someone will send like encouraging stories, checkups, and then that's how like we plan, like, oh, are you going to go to Regenerate? I'm going to go. Or are you going to go to this camp? I'm going. So it's kind of helped us like stay connected. I've seen a lot of my DiscipleTrek friends at Pathfinders and things like that, at like big conference events where I'm like, oh, okay, I'll see you there, or something like that.
Nice.
So it's really helped me stay connected by just constantly staying in the loop with the group chats and one-on-ones and all these things.
Awesome. Something else that we were able to do, we did an outreach at DiscipleTrek.
Yes,
right? We went
so fun.
To a place in Atlanta and helped out with some refugees there.
Yes. Yeah. It was so funny when we were driving down. We were like 5 minutes from my house.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was so funny. But it was so fun. I like, my church like has these like evangelism moments and stuff. But I haven't really done them in a while. I did it a lot when I was like younger, like a young kid. But once I started becoming teen, I was like, I don't need to like go to this stuff. But now, like, after that experience, it was just like, wow, look how the impact I can have. And it's also sure we impacted these people probably, but the impact on yourself is also really great. Just seeing like the joy that you can bring to people by just like showing them that you care is just like an unmatched amount of happiness that lights in you. So we basically like we sang songs with them, we played with them, we colored chalk, played soccer, colored with them. All these little kids came out and started doing this with us. And then also the adults wanted to talk to us. We had like meals with them, because there was also another group that came to the same like community, so they were like serving dinner for them, and so we all like ate together, and it was just like such a fun experience. Sure, it was hot and all these things, but it's also hot back in camp, so there was like no difference. And it was just like so fun to be with like all these kids and such. Like, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to be with kids. I want to be some like a pediatrician type of medicine
Nice.
field. So it's just like so fun seeing the impact you can have making relationships with kids. That's what Jesus did, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was going to ask that a little later, but you kind of brought it up. I was like, you're a senior.
Yes.
What's around the corner? And it sounds like you realize, you probably knew them before, but DiscipleTrek helped you realize some passions you had in the field. So what's next for you?
It's so true. DiscipleTrek, not only through that experience, but just like just being in camp, it really just shows you like, okay, how am I going to use this in my like life 10 years from now? And I just think going into healthcare for me is just, I just feel like I was called for that. It gives me so much reach to witness to people. I don't even have to just like stay in my town. I can go out into the world and even do mission work in that way. So I just like feel like that's my calling. I also love science, so it works out that well that way.
It's a good thing. You probably should like science if you're going to get into that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly.
So let's say someone right now is thinking about going to camp. They're between the ages of 15 and 18. They're taking a look at the DiscipleTrek, and they're a little bit on the fence. They're like, I don't know, 3 weeks seems like a long time, or man, a Bible camp. They're kind of thinking, what would be your advice to them at this point in time?
My advice would be to, like, I don't want to be cliche, but like, just do it, because like when you're sitting at your computer or like sitting with your parents, like deciding what camp, you don't think that you're going to make that many relationships right away. You don't think that it's going to be that fun, but you really like jam-packed with activities, jam-packed with fun, and the relationships are going to happen. Even like, oh, I'm shy, I don't make many friends. Even the girls who initially went the first day didn't speak a word, by the end of those 3 weeks, like we were all just laughing together, and like when we were leaving, we were all crying together. So it's really like, if you are anybody, like you have any level of faith, even if you're really doubting right now, DiscipleTrek is really like a saving grace at any point of your spiritual walk. And I think if all you have to do is just say yes and just trust that God will guide this experience for you.
Man, that's awesome. You should record that.
I should record that. I should record that and just send it out to everyone.
Yeah.
So I will say this. I'll do a little bit further plug for it and give you maybe some of the basics behind it. So it is our per week cheapest camp. It's $900 for 3 weeks, which immediately seems like a lot to people. And I understand it could be quite a bit of money. Now, we do offer scholarships if churches or schools are willing to help as well. We want this to be a full community type of thing. So let's say you want to go, but you don't have the $900. If you have a pastor or a chaplain you can go talk to them, or have me talk to them. And what we do is, if a church is willing to put $300 in and invest in you as a disciple, kind of to jumpstart you as a disciple, or to jumpstart, help you further your relationship with Jesus through DiscipleTrek, camp has a scholarship where we match those $300.
So it's $300.
So then it's only $300 for the family.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, if you are a parent listening to this, you will not feed your high school student for $300 for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
You will save money by sending them to camp.
Yes.
And if you're a pastor or anything, I was working as a youth pastor, and every year we would have 2 or 3 not every year, but I was hoping we'd have 2 or 3. Yeah. Some years we had 1, some years we have 2. But if you come to the pastor and be like, I want to be a disciple, I want to go to DiscipleTrek, they're excited. Like they will make, I can't guarantee for every situation, every church, there may be other kids that, finances can be a problem. I understand that, but pastors will want to make this happen. I believe. Yeah. I can't guarantee that it's always going to happen for you, but they will want to make this happen. It's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, so that's kind of the practicality of it. So if you're interested, let us know. If you're interested in regular camp, this is the time to sign up. But yeah, so it's so amazing, Chloe. Thank you for talking with us. Is there anything else you'd like to say? I don't want it to be just about our questions, but if there's anything else, not that you have to have one, I'm putting you on the spot, but
well, let's see. I guess one last thing I wanted to bring up was that in my daily life, something that has really grown since DiscipleTrek is my trust in God. Like that has become so much higher, and I'm so glad it did, because life will constantly try to bring you down. There's so that's the enemy's tactic, just take all these things and try to overwhelm you. But if you just have that peace, you are able to go to God and just trust him. He's going to handle it. He has my back. This will all be okay because God is in my life. Then suddenly life becomes so much easier. So I just wanted to just say DiscipleTrek made my life easier by letting me know hey, you can put your full trust in God. And yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks for
So
sharing.
I have a very important question. Well, two of them, but I'll go with one right now.
Yes.
If you have a chance of seeing DiscipleTrek friends, would you come to camp meeting?
Yes.
Okay. All right. There's a chance. There's a chance.
There's a chance.
So I can't guarantee
Well,
it, but yeah.
Was there another question?
Well, do you know, and I know you could probably get asked this a lot because you're a senior, where are you going for furthering education? Do you know?
Furthering education.
Yeah.
I do know.
Are you able to share it recorded? You declare.
Who are you declared? Who did you commit to?
Who did you commit to?
Me and my family were in the process of committing to go to Berry College in Rome, Georgia. It's actually it's basically right next to Cohutta. It's just
You're 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah, literally.
I live in Adairsville, so it's 20 minutes from my house. Yeah.
There, so
That's
good
cool.
for work.
It's a good school. It's a pretty campus, beautiful campus.
Yes, it's a beautiful campus, and it's really setting me up for my my medical school life, because their acceptance rate to medical school is 99% from when I applied. So that was just wow, they're really going to guide me. And of course, I love smaller schools. I go to a smaller high school. I love the one-on-one nature of it. And it's also closer to my house. I don't have to cross state lines.
Yeah,
I can stay in Georgia and be able to visit my family. It's only an hour 30 away from here. So
that's cool. That's cool.
So I have another question, and I know we've kind of already talked about this, a little bit, not to put, personally, I think the next step is always a summer of service, or, summer or 2 or 3 of service. And, as we know, Cohutta meant so much to you.
Yes.
I'm just, putting that in your ear. I know that you said maybe someday in the future.
He has a couple jobs open.
I mean, I do. I'm just saying, I know we may not be good for this summer, but I mean, it's never too late.
Right.
It's never too late. But, a summer of service and pouring back, we'd love to see you at camp.
I would love to do a summer service, and since I'll be so close, it'll be so easy.
Yeah,
to do it in the following summers.
Following summers, following summers. I mean, I'll take whatever I can get, but
ahead.
Yes.
But no, everyone has told me, or who's worked at Cohutta has said that it's just so much more fun as a staff than as a camper, and I just want to try it out. I can't knock it till I try it.
Well,
so.
you
need to.
It's a mission trip.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much a summer mission trip.
It's a summer mission trip.
So
and speaking of that, next year we have a collegiate trip. Well, collegiate, post collegiate. That would be before summer camp in May. In May, so you could go to college, hit a mission trip, and then go on a mission to camp,
and then live the summer.
The summer mission. Yeah, you could. So anyway,
look at us plugging this.
Yes, it's just segue right there.
Segue. Awesome. Well, Chloe, thank you so much for joining us on the Young Echo podcast.
Awesome. It's been awesome to meet you, and it's been so cool.
This was so fun to share my experience.
Well, thanks for listening, guys, and hearing what's happening within our conference, and you won't see us. You'll hear us next month.
You might see us someday, but you'll hear us next month.
But you'll hear us next month.
Yeah.
So for the Young Echo podcast, this is PJ, and I'm out.
PG, and I'm out.
Chloe, and I'm out.